Tommy Sims, and this is my Clothesline PowerWrapper. When you get yours, it'll probably be in this shape. Don't worry, it's very flexible, and that's why it works so well. It's about 48 inches long, of very durable plastic, and the way you use it is by sliding it under your legs and sitting on it, kind of. These will come up and hold the clothesline. So I take clothesline I've already wrapped over here that goes on my left. You can do this left or right, right to left, it really doesn't matter. I'm going to secure it with a clip, a clothesline clip, and then I'm going to stretch the clothesline, untwist it if it's become kinked or turned, and put it in the slot on this side. Again, securing it with a clothesline clip. You're not done yet, because this could be a little bit dangerous since it's pulled so tightly. If you were to let go one or two of these clips, either on purpose or by accident, these could go boing and either hurt someone, your cat, I don't know, knock things off the table. You don't want to do that. So the PowerWrapper comes with a handy lap belt, sort of like a seat belt. There are two different slots to pick, and you want it close to your legs, but not cutting off the circulation. I'm putting it in the lower slots, and then I'm tightening it with the cord pull here until it's taking up most of the tension of having the plastic this taut, or this, having the clothesline that taut. And now I'm ready to wrap clothesline to make a fabric bowl. So here I go with a piece of fabric that I usually cut at about an inch, 3/4 of an inch. I wouldn't go any less than half an inch. I wouldn't go any more than 1 inch. But I cut my strips on the bias, and directions for how to do that with a rotary cutter come with your PowerWrapper. And then I always blunt cut the ends using my Kai scissors, because they are great for everything, especially sturdy stuff. And then I'm going to begin by putting a little dab of Aleene's tacky glue from a pen on both corners. And you'll notice that I keep my glue in a little marmalade jar. Has a sponge at the bottom, which is moist, and that keeps the glue from drying out the nib of the pen. I take this at a 45-degree angle, and I'm going to show you a little bit closer upper with the camera later. Then I'm going to take this and wrap it around once. Then I'm going to grab my glue again, and I put a very, very narrow bead of glue, about 3 or 4 inches long. Again, too much glue, and you're going to have difficulty getting this through the sewing machine. The needle does not like all that much glue. Also, I have a strip here, as I said, it's about 1 inch wide, and I'm overlapping about half the distance. So my overlap covers about 1/2 inch from the previous strip. And I'm always keeping my fabric at that 45-degree angle. That's important. If you lose that angle, and this is what a lot of people do when they're just learning, they wind up wrapping and wrapping and wrapping and not going very far, which means their clothesline is going to be very thick and difficult to get underneath the presser foot of the machine. So a little bit of glue, keep the 45-degree angle, and wrap. We're getting to the end now of this length of clothesline. I'm not going to be able to wrap too much longer, so I'm just going to stop right here, set down my glue stick, my glue pen, excuse me, and put the plastic coated wire clip to hold it in place. Now, because I've got my lap belt on, it's safe to take this off, and it's safe to take this off, and I'm going to slide, or just take it out and just advance it a little bit. I put it in the lowest of the 3 slots. I don't need the height, and it's at a comfortable angle when I start wrapping. You'll find whichever slot works best for you by experimenting. Again, make sure that the rope is not twisted or kinked, at least from here to here. And beyond that, we really don't care. And pull it as taut as you like to work. And I'm ready to pick this up, take off the clip, bring my glue over. Again, a very small amount, just a couple of inches, and I keep going. This is the funnest way I've found to wrap fabric around clothesline, because the rope, or the clothesline, is supported by the PowerWrapper. It's taut, and I can use both hands. And that's pretty much how it works. Now, for safety's sake, I did mention the lap belt, and let me show you another tip that's really important. When you're done, or you need to answer the phone, you need to get up and get a glass of water, please carefully take the rope out of the PowerWrapper, both ends. You can park these little things on the edge or lay them on the table. Take the rope off your lap, drop it on the ground, undo the lap belt, take it completely out, set it aside, and take the PowerWrapper out from underneath your legs and put it on the ground also. Then stand up and step over it. Safety first. Okay, here we are using the lap cam. I've just gotten to the end of my fabric, and I'm going to put a little dot here and a little dot there of glue. Then I'm just going to gently wrap that around. There's that little bit of glue. That's what's going to hold it. And if I were to get up or stop for the day, I would clip it with a wire clip. But since I'm going to go forward, I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'll just grab another piece of fabric, and this one is already blunt cut, so I don't have to cut it, but if it were not blunt, I would want it to be cut off like that. And I put a little dot there and a little dot there, and then I'm going to hold it, and this is that 45-degree angle that's so important. If you were to look very, very closely at the fibers of the fabric I'm wrapping with, you could tell that they are going to be parallel to the line. Anyway, I want a nice overlap there. I bring this point in, I'm going to pinch it down, and then go that way. Now that I've got it all set, I'm going to glue up, and this is where I want to show you exactly how much glue I'm using. So if I can get this a little bit more into the camera range, here we go. Just a very small amount like that. You can just barely see it. That's all we need. And hold it with one hand, around, around. If this area wrinkles, that's okay. It's best if it doesn't, but sometimes it can't be helped. Using the bias fabric will keep that a little stretchy so that you won't have the chance of having it get wrinkly. Let's see if I can move the lap cam over a little bit and take another wrap. Not every single inch of the fabric needs to have glue on it. So, and again, very sparse. Okay, I see I'm running out of room here. Okay, move the camera a little bit. See the glue, and I tend to put it in the middle of the fabric, but if it's not smack dab in the middle, it's not a big deal. You may wrap from left to right or right to left. You can go over or under. It's whatever feels good to you. Sometimes I go back and forth to spread out the glue. I'm not really applying any more. I'm just spreading it out a little bit. And let's tilt this if we can. Okay. And the important thing is this overlap. And it's a little difficult to see with this very busy fabric. So let's see if I can point it out. Here, of course, is the edge of the fabric I'm wrapping. And then there is the edge of the previous wrap, and there it is of the next wrap before then. So between here and here looks to be about a ½ inch. A little bit of glue if we need it, and continue wrapping. And just remember to secure the wrapped fabric with the wire clip so that when you're ready to stand up it won't unravel. And be sure to take off
the rope from the PowerWrapper and the lap band, and the lap belt before you stand up. I don't want you getting tangled in the rope. I don't want you falling down. I don't want you stepping on anybody who's laying at your feet. Scooter, where are you? There he is. Hey, Scooter.